Chase security features, guidance, and convenience? Banking feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Whether you are a religious person or not, most Americans agree that we are facing a severe truth crisis. So many people are choosing their own feelings and limited experience over long, proven, established truth. The result? Chaos and absurdity. My new book gives you hope out of this present crisis. Order it now.
In Hope for This Present Crisis, Dr. Michael Youssef presents a 7-part plan providing practical steps on how to be a godly influence in our society and how to.
You can have better knees in just 1 week. Maybe that's why it's the #1 selling joint brand at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary sample by texting FORM to 42424. Do it now.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited, all are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. Rego is a commerce and banking solution for families, and in particular, kids. And one thing special about Rego is they don't collect any data about the kids. And that is really a key feature, Dan. I mean, we've talked a few times, but tell us again, like Rego, what you're offering and why it is a unique product for families.
Yes, thank you, Jane. So Rego is a privacy-first platform, as you kind of rightfully pointed out. We offer a number of neobanking, family-oriented mobile wallet, e-commerce solutions, both for in-store as well as online purchases, think touchless transactions. Mm-hmm. So in the US, mobile wallet, virtual debit cards, that's essentially an $800 billion total addressable market. We're actually addressing the fintech gap for the 70 million or so children that are underserved, kind of in that Gen Z teen space, who are just getting involved with mobile commerce. We hold 3 patents in the areas of privacy, PCI attribution, and identity management, and we're the only certified COPPA and GDPR mobile wallet. So for those of your viewers that are new to this COPPA topic, and obviously it's been kind of hot and heavy, we've heard it in the press now for the last many weeks, especially with the Facebook and social media endeavors that are happening. It refers to the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. That's obviously gotten a lot of attention. And we're really the only ones that are really leaned into this very early on and are certified as a result. And so we'll talk to you a little about today, Jane, is really kind of this direct to consumer solution that we're launching, I should say have launched, really addresses child financial literacy, access to commerce. So let's call it child empowerment for all intents and purposes. But we never compromise on privacy, and we ensure that kids can learn in a safe and secure environment with parental navigation and oversight.
Okay. Well, and let's bring Don in, Don Codling of Codling Group International. So, Don, you've got former FBI unit chief. You've also become an expert really in cybersecurity as well, and an advisor to Rego. So, I mean, just tell me about why it's important what Rego is doing in terms of protecting kids. I have a 12 and a 14-year-old. I am a reporter, so I report on hacks. It feels like a daily basis. So just talk about what Rego, what kind of steps they're taking that can make parents feel more comfortable.
Well, thank you, Jane, for having myself and Dan on with you today. It's extraordinarily important for not only parents, but families in general to recognize that data privacy and cybersecurity are absolutely joined together at the hip now. They have been for several years. the whole idea that you can hope to have some privacy as you grow up and not have your data protected is impossible. You have to have both of those things simultaneously. One thing Rego Payments has done from my 10 years of being involved with them as a cybersecurity advisor and privacy advisor is they have always taken to heart, first and foremost, a foundation of privacy and security at the same time, not bolt one on later, not add things on later. This is built from the ground up as a foundational portion of the mantra, if you will, of the entire platform. You must have data privacy. You must have good security. Data privacy, as Dan and I have discussed on numerous occasions, also means don't collect data that you don't need. Don't collect data that will identify that child, particularly under the COPA, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act standards. And we do not, and we never have.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan and Don, for sharing that. It's important information.
Thank you for having us.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
LiquideNFT's.com allows you to use an NFT as collateral for a loan. And so with me, Peter Gurr, founder, and also Devin Marty, Director of Strategy, right? Yep. I got everything right, didn't I? Okay. So explain LiquideNFT's.com. I mean, I kind of gave an overview, but how'd you come up with the idea? Mister?
Well, just as people were more interested in NFTs have blown up over the past year, viewing them as an asset class, because normally when someone buys an NFT, they can't really use that money anymore. It's locked into that NFT until they sell it. Right. So we wanted to create a way where people didn't have to give up ownership of their NFT to be able to access that liquidity. Okay, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's like a piece of real estate or something like that. I mean, let's just start with like NFTs in general. I mean, I think people know kind of what they are, non-fungible tokens. Can you maybe explain it for the average person?
Of course, yeah. So Peter alluded to it. It's a brand new asset class, right? So NFTs right now they're about celebrating artists, celebrating communities. I think that stays in perpetuity, but as this asset class evolves, yeah, like you said, it's about real estate. It's about this NFT represents this asset. And so what we're building here, we hope to, I think it will spark a renaissance in the NFT space for sure. Yeah. So how does it work, LiquideNFT's.com? So the owner of the NFT deposits their NFT in the smart contract, and then they create a proposal. So the proposal is going to give their specifications, like how long the loan is going to be, how much APY they are offering, that's what they're willing to pay on the loan, and how much, and currency type, all these specifications. Yeah. Then it goes into an attraction period. There's 5 days where anyone can come in and fund that loan if they think it's a good deal. Then after 5 days, once the loan has been collateralized, the loan goes into effect. So how do you value the NFT? That's a great question. You're right. So the value, what is the value of anything, right? It's really what the second person is willing to pay for it. So by allowing other people to come in and let the market essentially decide, that's how we do it. There's no third-party appraiser. We don't do it. It's fully decentralized. That's what happens in that 5-day period? Exactly. Right. So it's just a total free market. Yep. Determines the value of it. So interesting. And then the loan is based on that, whatever it brings. What if nobody
Makes any
You didn't set a fair market price.
Well, during that 5-day period, you can adjust the APY you're offering and also adjust down the loan ask. Because for instance, if maybe you had an NFT that was worth 30 ETH, and if you're trying to get a 30 ETH loan, that's riskier for people collateralizing you. You can lower that amount until the money comes in.
I see. Now, the WISE ecosystem relates to LiquideNFTs.com. How?
So the WISE ecosystem is the greater ecosystem, and LiquideNFTs is a product within the ecosystem.
Okay.
And the way it relates is that LiquideNFTs is a not-for-profit endeavor, and the revenue that's generated from that goes back to the WISE token ecosystem. So people that hold WISE token and have it staked for longer than 1 year are earning the interest from LiquideNFTs.
Okay. How can somebody learn more about LiquideNFTs or WISE?
Yeah, LiquideNFTs.com.
Okay. That's where you go.
Yeah, and for WISE token on Twitter, it is WISE_token on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
SportemonGo has an ecosystem for sports fans that connects the physical and the virtual fan experiences. This does include NFTs, digital tokens. So with me to talk more about this is co-founder Corey Jackson. So great to have you here.
Thanks, Jane. Thanks for having us back.
Let's just start with, you've got a big deal lately that involves Russell Crowe, one of my favorite actors, actually. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we got the deal with the Rabbitohs football team in Australia. That'd be one of the biggest franchises known in Australia, but also globally. And since that deal's been done, our phone's sort of been ringing off the hook. It has really sort of blown up, our brand. And having someone like Russell attached to SportemonGo is, super exciting for us.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Now, so how do you set SportemonGo apart from other NFTs, other kind of digital sports entities out there?
Yeah, I think, it is quite interesting, the space. I think for us, we've got 30 years background in licensing, marketing, and collectibles. Ricky having sold over 220 million collectibles worldwide, and we did a fantasy game where we had over 4 million players. I think that combined with the ability to turn the physical and virtual world through AR and VR to innovate, products, I think that will sort of, keep us ahead of the game. We've actually got a revolutionary new NFT band, which is patented product, and which is sitting on my wrist just here. So we'll actually show you guys how that works as well.
Tell me, so that allows you to do what?
Yeah, so I think with NFTs, it's, currently it's, great to have an NFT and you can display a picture on Twitter or something like that, but, how can you show it and carry it around without the security risk of having your wallet exposed on your phone? So this actually gives you the ability to have an AR hologram, which actually floats sort of above the wrist using any mobile phone. So you can, with your mobile phone, it'll come up there.
And
so
you can show your NFT that way?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
So we'll show you guys a video of how that works, which is super exciting.
So just walk me through the whole experience. Like, this is for sports fans mainly, right? So what do? Do they go to an app, and how do they engage with the site?
Yeah, so once the NFTs are launched, so basically NFTs are done through a drop, or they call it a minting process, where they'll be for sale. so the ability to purchase those. Once they're purchased, they'll be able to sit in your wallet, and with the NFT band, you'll be able to upload them through a link to your AR NFT band, and they'll basically sit on your wrist, and you can have multiple on there, and it gives you the ability to show off to your friends and family of what collections you're holding, without having that security risk of your wallet.
So just talking about the NFT space in general. So I mean, we've got NFT Week here in New York this week. It's a huge. There are 3,000 people on the wait list to get into this. I mean, it's got a really big deal.
It's crazy. The NFT space since I think January is when it really took off, and NFTs became a household name through some reputable brands like Top Shots, and through their success in the NBA, it started to grow, and there's companies coming out of the woodworks, and some good, some bad, but I think for the space in a whole, it's super exciting, and it's going to be a massive learning curve, over the next couple of years, and I'm really excited about to see what they do with NFTs. What is their actual use case and utility? I think there's many different utilities for it, whether it's tickets to sporting events, music events, things like the band. There's going to be new technology coming out every few months, and that's what's really exciting. It's almost like the internet 3.0 almost.
Yes. So finally, what are the goals for the next year for SportemonGo?
The goals for next year, I mean, we've signed some really exciting clubs like the Rabbitohs. We've got Hibernian Football Club and the Rangers FC, which is really exciting. We've got superstars launching from Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and West Ham. So their NFTs will be dropping in the next few months. But I think it's sort of building out our global business and working to become one of the best tokenized global sports businesses in the world.
Awesome. So great to hear about SportemonGo and get an update, and congratulations on your success.
Thanks Jane. I appreciate it.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
INKGAMES is hyper-focused on changing the landscape of the gaming economy. It has 8 of the top 100 gaming mobile titles. And with me is Rob Tolles, the CEO.
Hi, nice to see you,
great
Jane.
to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
So give me an overview of INKGAMES.
Well, we are the first company in the space to connect all users in the game space to participate in the revenues for the whole industry.
Interesting.
Right?
So users of the games participate in the revenue.
Absolutely. So, but not just for influencers and creators and people that are handpicked by the company, but anybody with what's called an Ink ID, basically a user profile, will have access to the platform, can invite others, build these massive networks, viral reach, and actually get paid for their influence. So it's not just the big guys, but it could be a high school TikToker, it could be a casual older player, female, male, doesn't matter. And so our goal is to add over 1 billion users to this platform and pay them through the economy of games.
Yeah. So, and I saw you have some really electronic arts, right? You're working with them, Zynga?
Yeah, we have, our team is comprised of a lot of guys from a lot of AAA studios. And so it was tough to get them, right? Because they go through different exits. So for the past 10 years, there's been a lot of exits and a lot of movement, non-competes. And so late 2017, we started trying to really focus on, putting the band back together to do something great. And getting them back from backpacking around Europe from the last exit. So now, we started building out in Austin, Texas this time.
Yeah, and you moved to Austin. So how's that? It seems like a great ecosystem there for what you're doing.
It's great. Yeah, I feel pretty lucky. So I go back and forth between Orange County, California, and Austin, Texas. We're spending more and more time in Austin. I think 90% of our team is in Austin now.
Okay.
So it's great. We're busting out the seams. So we're building a new headquarters at a place called The Domain. Okay. So great restaurants and bars. All the stuff that gamers need
all the
to
stuff
develop.
they love when you're young and like, you know, want to get out after a hard day's work.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just got a Series A funding?
We did.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we just closed a Series A, so mostly strategic and high net worth investors. So the company's in good shape right now. We're debt free, well funded. We actually just launched a B round that is going well also. So the idea is with these rounds is we want to keep on building the team, obviously. You know, expand our footprint, and we're looking at maybe bringing on some other small studios so we could gather their teams.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What were your goals with the money?
Expansion. So the space is so hot right now, and there's so much consolidation going on that it's hard to actually get really, really great talent. So the best way to get talent is, well, every single one of our employees has shares in the company.
Okay.
So that's done day one. The second thing is trying to get some of these small studios that have great titles, maybe they don't have distribution yet, but to actually fold them up into the company. So we'll continue to do rounds and bring on these great titles so we can get full margin on those.
And keep going. So, and you were named Entrepreneur of the Year?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I cast a big vision and hire a bunch of people smarter than myself, and then they give you that award, I guess. So,
awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
So tell me about INKGAMES. What's your goal, say, for the next 12 months?
So goal for the next 12 months, we do have an in-house title by the name of Prize Kingdoms that we're building right now. It's a board game. It's a play on almost like Monopoly, but with real prizes. So we're the first guys to actually build technology into our game, a sweepstakes engine to where people actually win real physical prizes in this ecosystem. So don't be surprised if there's not Lamborghinis given away in this game, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that's going to come.
Okay.
So you're actually winning real things in this game, but it's a really, really awesome AAA title. So the reason we're building that is the Ink platform is a way to connect all users around the world so they can participate in all the revenues flowing through not just our games but third-party games. So we have an SDK. The first title being ran through that SDK is our in-house AAA game, Prize Kingdoms. And from there we'll start onboarding third-party titles and make them part of the economy.
Well, maybe I'll play Prize Kingdoms if there's a Lamborghini involved.
The Lamborghini, Louis Vuitton, you name it. I'm desperately trying to get the guys to put a real human claw machine in there that's massive to where you can pick up big prizes from around the world. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Thanks so much, Robin. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you again.
Thanks.
Yeah, take care.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
NFTRADE allows people to create, buy, sell, swap, and farm NFTs. With me is Ori Levy from Israel, coming here for NFT Week in New York. And let's just start with NFTs in general. I mean, the market has just absolutely exploded over the past year. I mean, you're right in the middle of the industry. How do you see it?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. Actually, if we look at the stats, we can see that the whole of 2020, $200 million were traded at the whole year, and this year we're seeing the same volumes per day.
Wow. Okay. Like, Beeple really kind of, I think, brought the industry to the forefront. So
yeah, Beeple is the one that showed everyone that artists that put the effort and make digital art can actually finally make money out of it.
Yeah, interesting. Beeple and I went to the same university, by the way, so I'm kind of proud of that. Right. So tell me about NFTRADE and how is it different in the NFT marketplace?
So NFTRADE is not a standalone marketplace, it's more of an aggregator of all the marketplaces.
I see. Okay.
This is something we do in order to allow people to trade any NFT they buy anywhere, because right now the industry is kind of problematic in that sense, because you are stuck with the NFT on the blockchain and on the marketplace that you originally bought it, and that makes a huge problem with liquidity and also, you know, the ability to trade NFTs with other NFTs.
Okay, so how do you know what makes an NFT valuable? I mean, it's just so much out there. I mean, will the cream rise to the top like we see in other creative industries?
So it's really hard, and you really have to do the research on any NFT before you buy it. But it's definitely driven with hype, from hype, and you have to know when to buy and when to sell if you're playing this game. Long-term holders with valuable NFTs are probably gonna kill it, but most of the NFTs that we're seeing today with all these collections that popping up, just general advice, are probably not gonna be worth a lot in the future. This is, yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that are definitely valuable.
Yeah. Now, the Bored Apes, like, that's the one that's got a lot of attention as well. I mean, what made that take off?
I think that the fact that their community, well, first of all, they did some really nice art, and they were able to connect the community in a way that they felt like really big, one big community, and they are still. If you looked at the event they had here, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, there were thousands of people lining up to get in, and they all had the Bored Ape.
Yeah, they somehow caught on. They got attention there.
Yeah.
What would you change about the NFT ecosystem if you could? What still needs to be fixed?
Well, the main issue is the technological barrier and the amount of scams that easily get people without the technical knowledge, and solving that problem, allowing everyone to basically be able to get on an NFT marketplace and buy and sell NFTs without all these things they have to download, then that's going to make things a lot easier.
Yeah, because I actually bought an NFT, and I did it on my mobile device, but I had trouble on my laptop. It took me, anyway, story for another time. But
I'll help you after.
Yeah. So finally, I mean, just talk to me about your company and the NFT market in general. Where do you see it going in the next year?
So it's really hard to tell, but I think that gaming is definitely one of the largest industries that NFTs will take over. We're already seeing this with about 5 to 10 games popping up every day that are using NFTs. But actually, NFTs can be used for physical items, tickets, real estate. So there is a lot of things that it hasn't yet to.
There's a lot of applications.
It has a lot of applications.
Well, very interesting. Thank you so much, Roy, for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Big thing about the American dream is we can dream big. We want to help you get to the next level. We are invested in your success, not merely your financial success, but in your